Traditional gender roles, what are they? They are old ideas, ideas about what men should do, ideas about what women should do. These ideas were passed down from parents to children for many generations. They shaped societies, they shaped families, they shaped how people lived their lives every single day. These roles often seemed fixed, unchanging, almost like laws of nature. Men were often seen as providers. They were expected to work outside the home, to earn money, to be strong, to be leaders. Their world was the public sphere, the world of politics, of business, of decisions. Society told them this was their place, their responsibility. This was the mark of a successful man, to provide for his family, to protect them. This was the common understanding. Women, on the other hand, were often seen as caregivers. Their place was believed to be in the home. They were expected to raise children, to cook meals, to manage the household. Their world was the private sphere, the world of emotions, of nurturing, of domestic life. Society told them this was their primary role, their purpose. This was the mark of a good woman, to care for her family, to maintain the home. These roles were not accidental. They developed over long periods, often linked to physical differences, or perceived differences. Men's physical strength might have been valued for hunting or farming. Women's ability to bear children linked them to childcare. Economic systems also played a part. Agricultural societies had certain needs. Industrial societies had others. These roles then became deeply embedded in culture, in religion, in everyday customs. They became normal. If you found this insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. In many parts of Africa, tradition is strong. Traditional gender roles are still very present. Men are often the heads of households. They make the big decisions. Women are often expected to manage the home, to care for children, and to farm the land, often doing very hard physical work. These expectations are deep. They are part of the community fabric. They are taught from a young age, and often they are not questioned openly. But Africa is a continent of great change. Things are not static, especially in the cities. Education is a powerful force. More girls are going to school, they are learning new skills, they are seeing different possibilities for their lives. Educated women often want different things. They want careers. They want a voice in their families and in their communities. This is a significant shift. A slow but steady transformation is happening. Economic factors also drive change. Sometimes families need more income. One income is not enough, so women go out to work, they start businesses, they become traders. They contribute financially to the household. This changes the power dynamics. When a woman earns money, her status can change. She may have more say in how money is spent, she gains more independence. This economic empowerment is crucial. The influence of global media also plays a role. People see different ways of life. On television, on the internet. Young people especially are exposed to new ideas about relationships, about gender equality. They see men and women in different roles. This can make them question the old ways. It can inspire them to want something different for themselves. So, while tradition remains, the seeds of change are growing. Africa is negotiating its past with its future. Europe has seen big changes in gender roles, especially in the last 50 years or so. The old model of man as provider, woman as homemaker is much less common. Many countries have laws that promote gender equality in the workplace, in family life. These laws are important. They provide a framework for change. They send a message that discrimination is not acceptable. This legal backbone supports new social norms. Today it is normal for women in Europe to work, to have careers, to be leaders in business and politics. It is also more common for men to be involved in childcare and in household chores. Some countries have generous parental leave policies that encourage fathers to take time off work, to care for their newborn children. This helps to break down old ideas that childcare is only women's work. It promotes shared responsibility. Social attitudes have also shifted. Feminism has had a big impact. It has raised awareness about inequality. It has challenged traditional stereotypes. People are more likely to believe that men and women are equally capable in all areas of life. This doesn't mean that all old ideas have disappeared. Some traditional views still exist, especially in certain regions, or among older generations. Change is often gradual, uneven. Economic realities also shape these new roles. Many families need two incomes to afford housing, to pay for education, to maintain a certain standard of living. This makes women's participation in the workforce essential. It is not just a matter of choice, it is often a necessity. So cultural shifts and economic needs often go hand in hand, they reinforce each other, pushing European societies towards more equal partnerships, though the journey is ongoing. In many Western countries like the United States, Canada, and Australia, the redefinition of gender roles continues. It is a very active conversation. For decades, feminist movements have pushed for change. They have fought for equal rights, for equal opportunities. They have challenged the idea that biology must define destiny. This has led to big shifts in laws, in workplaces, in homes. More women are in positions of power than ever before. The understanding of gender itself is also expanding. It is not just about men and women anymore. There is more awareness of LGBTQ+ identities. This challenges the very idea of fixed gender roles. If gender is not strictly binary, then traditional roles based on that binary become less relevant. This is a big change. It asks society to think differently about identity, about family, about relationships. It is a complex and ongoing process. Economic factors are also very important. Just like in Europe, many households need two incomes. The cost of living is high. Women's economic contributions are vital. This has changed family dynamics. Men are more involved in raising children. They are more involved in housework, not always perfectly, not always equally, but the trend is there. Shared responsibilities are becoming the ideal, even if the reality is still catching up. So, are traditional gender roles still relevant today? This is the big question. In some places they still hold strong, in others they are fading, or being actively dismantled. What is clear is that societies are changing. People are asking for more equality, more freedom, more choices. Understanding these shifts is important. It helps us to build fairer societies. Societies where everyone can reach their full potential, regardless of their gender. The conversation must continue. As we look to the future, the evolution of gender roles will undoubtedly continue. The younger generations are growing up in a world where gender fluidity is more accepted. They are more likely to question the norms and seek their own paths. Technology and social media play a big role in this evolution. They provide platforms for voices that were once marginalized. They allow for the sharing of diverse experiences and perspectives. This fosters greater understanding and empathy. Education is also a key factor. Schools and universities are increasingly incorporating discussions about gender equality and identity into their curriculums. This helps to shape a more informed and open-minded society. Workplaces are evolving too. Companies are recognizing the value of diversity. They are implementing policies to support gender equality. From equal pay initiatives to parental leave for all genders, the corporate world is making strides. However, challenges remain. Cultural traditions and deeply ingrained beliefs do not change overnight. There will be resistance, there will be setbacks, but progress is being made. One conversation at a time, one policy at a time, one action at a time. The future of gender roles is not set in stone. It is being written every day, by each of us, by our choices, by our voices. And so, we leave you with this question. Do you think traditional gender roles are still relevant in modern relationships? Share your views in the comment section below.